Start then with the news that today President Joe Biden has approved additional US troop deployments to Eastern Europe amid a standoff with Russia over Ukraine. The Pentagon today saying that will include 2,000 troops to be sent to Poland and Germany this week. Meanwhile, some 1,000 other troops are to be repositioned from Germany to Romania. That's on NATO's most eastern flank, closest to Russia.
The United States will soon move additional forces to Romania, Poland, and Germany. I want to be very clear about something. These are not permanent moves. They are moves designed to respond to the current security environment. Moreover, these forces are not going to fight in Ukraine.
Well, listening to that Pentagon press conference for us was our Washington correspondent, Kethevane Gorjestani. She's on the line right now. Kethevane, tell us a bit more about exactly how many troops will be on the move.
Well, those 3,000 troops will be deployed to Eastern Europe in the coming days. The breakdown is as follows. 1,000 troops that are currently based in Germany are going to be sent over to Romania. John Kirby, the spokesman for the Pentagon, insisting that this was at the express invitation of Romania. And then you have the other 2,000 troops. Those troops are going to be moving from the United States, from Fort Bragg in North Carolina, and they will be deployed to Poland and Germany. John Kirby saying that the majority of those 2,000 troops will be moved to Poland, with a small number, a fraction of that going to Germany. So you're seeing this repositioning of 3,000 troops. But as we heard in that soundbite, the Pentagon insisting that this is not permanent. They also mentioned that they will adjust our posture as conditions evolve. So not permanent, meaning they could take them back. Not permanent, meaning that they could increase the number of troops, move them around even more. The important thing also, not to go into Ukraine and wage war. This is the eastern flank of NATO that we're talking about. And finally, these 3,000 troops are coming in addition to the 8,500 troops that were placed last week on heightened deployment alert, meaning they are ready, they are here in the United States and would be ready to deploy, but these would be under a NATO umbrella if NATO were to activate its rapid response force.
And Kethevane, it's worth emphasizing here that according to that Pentagon briefing today, the United States currently going at it alone, not with the rest of the NATO alliance on side.
Exactly, and the Pentagon spokesperson made that very, very clear. He repeated multiple times that this was very different from the 8,500 that are there in case NATO activates that NRF, the NATO response force. These troops are going at it under U.S. command. That was the statement there from the Pentagon. The insistence also on the fact that it was at the express invitation of Romania, at the invitation of Germany and of Poland, meaning that the U.S. is simply not waiting for NATO to do something collectively, that they're going at it where they're needed, where their allies are asking them to come. And he also underlined the fact that there were multiple other NATO allies that were doing or thinking of doing the same thing, mentioning, for example, France, the UK, Spain, or the Netherlands, who are also in discussions about sending more troops. And so this is likely, the reasoning behind this is likely that it would take sort of unanimous consent from NATO members in order to activate that response force. And this allows the Americans, allows the allies who actually want to already position their troops and to show that the NATO is ready and serious about taking on any possible threats.
Kethevane Gorjestani in Washington, thank you very much.